Let me share my screen. So we have a little virtual bingo for you guys. Okay. Can they see my screen?
Yeah. We can.
They can? Okay. So we made a little quarantine bingo. So the aim is basically to get 5 in a row. So I'm going to be reading off each of them, and if you guys have done these things, please say yes in the chat box. And Caroline, you tell me, yeah, because I cannot read the chat. Okay. So if anyone started an online business, say yes in the chat box.
Oh, yes.
Yes? Okay.
Wow.
Has anyone played video games for the entire day during this quarantine?
Yes, they're always saying
yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes with an exclamation mark.
Oh God. Has anyone had a Zoom or WhatsApp group call with their friends?
Yep.
Kind of really the only way to hang out. Has anyone binge watched a Netflix series? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, of course. This is too.
Is doing it.
Has anyone Gojeked food? This is a no-brainer. Okay, we already got bingo, but like anyways, that was.
Can I just try and cross everything off?
Okay, we'll just try to cross everything out. So has anyone started doing meditation or yoga?
I haven't. No.
Yeah, me neither.
Most of them are saying no.
No, yeah, so blank. Did anyone recently watch the Champions League?
No.
Soccer fans?
No. What's that?
What's that? Okay, no one, I guess. Okay. Has anyone started working out?
Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes, Chloe Ting. Oh my gosh.
Chloe Ting or
her. Yeah, she's a
yes.
Okay. Sometimes. Yes, okay. Don't say that. Okay, next.
I got disconnected. Okay. Has anyone pulled out an all-nighter? Pretty sure a lot of you guys have.
Yep. They all do. Always.
Did anyone watch a virtual concert?
No, never.
No.
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
No. I'm honestly, I don't know if the majority of them are saying no. I think majority of them are saying no.
Saying no?
No. Yeah.
We got like one yes. Has anyone had a virtual high school graduation? Like recently? Did you guys do it virtually? Or you still have to go there?
Yeah. Most of them are saying
yes? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think a lot of you guys had like Zoom graduations or something. Has anyone used Grab or GoCar to go somewhere, like, at all?
No.
No.
Are you guys lying? Is it because you're to go out during Corona time? I don't know. At least Andrew's, being honest. Ryan is also.
Got one, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So,
has anyone tried to take a social media break? It's very important.
Yes, no.
Yes?
Yes. Oh my gosh. For one.
You guys should, seriously. It's crazy. Has anyone bought, I don't know if you guys know this dessert, but has anyone bought Bittersweet by Najla? Those like dessert boxes that are like really famous?
No.
No.
Most of them are saying no.
Maybe it's just a Jaxal thing. Okay. Has anyone watched It's Okay Not to Be Okay? That K-drama series?
No, yes. I don't know. What is that? No, yes. Okay, we'll just say it yes.
Yes. Has anyone made dalgona coffee?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all saying yes. No, not all of them. Most of them.
Has anyone went to the mall at all? I'm pretty sure one person did.
At least
There's
once.
no way.
At least once. This month, no. Last month, yeah, every day. Wow, Brian.
Every day? Oh, okay.
Wow, Brian. Don't
Yeah.
expect to come back to Venus, campus for the next year.
Has anyone started baking or cooking?
Yes.
There must be one, yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone not go out of the house for a week? Like at all, just stay at home the whole week?
Can't. No, absolutely.
No.
Yes, I'm quarantined. A week
Yes.
more. Yes, no. I don't know. Oh, I didn't go out at all for a month. Good
Oh
job.
jeez, that's crazy.
That's good job.
Has anyone cleaned their room?
No. Yes. Me.
Yes.
Most of them are saying yes. I'm too lazy.
Did anyone cut or dye their hair during quarantine?
Yep.
Yeah. Does anyone wait any TikToks during quarantine? Don't lie.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Lazy.
Did anyone maybe start a YouTube channel during?
Most of them are saying no.
No.
One is saying.
And lastly, has anyone been online shopping
Yep.
during quarantine? Yep, for sure.
For sure.
Okay, good job, guys. So
Good
we
job, guys.
have how many? 1, 2. Is that
Yeah.
all?
2 bingos?
Yeah. Yeah, so we got 2 bingos. Okay, good job, guys. So that is the icebreaker. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
All right, so today's session will be, quite a very informative session for you guys. And so, who's our first speaker, Abby? So, start off, we're going to start with Abby. Abby, are you she lost her. Okay. So, our
Abby, you're on mute.
going to be Ahmad Shamil.
I'm so sorry.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Can everyone hear me?
From
Okay. So
okay.
we are going
Wanna
to
go?
start.
Sorry, I go first.
Am I on? Okay. So we are going to start off the session with a speech from the Dean of BBS IUP, Insignor Ahmad Shamil.
Yeah. We're gonna mention the speakers first so that we won't.
Yeah. We'll mention everyone first.
So our second speaker is Gatot Supriyanto from the Faculty of Economics and Communication.
And then we have the Pro Vice Chancellor of the University of Newcastle, Professor Tony Travaglione.
Then we'll have Mr. Marcus Keogh from the University of Newcastle.
And then we have Michael Seymour, which is the Deputy Head of School Teaching and Learning at Newcastle Business School.
Then we'll have Mr. Stephen Healy. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Who is the founder and the managing director of Nurture Higher Education.
And then we have Dr. Madeline Mansfield, which is the Group Academic Director for Nurture Higher Education.
And finally, we'll have Jan and Jordan, who's a Go Business Mentors. So please, guys, welcome.
Yeah, please welcome them. Give a virtual applause. Okay, thank you. So we are going to begin with the speech from the Dean of BBS IUP, Insignor Ahmad Shamil.
Good afternoon. Can you hear
Good
my
afternoon,
voice?
sir.
Okay, my name is Ahmad Shamil. I'm the Dean of International Undergraduate Program, Business School. So I would like to share the latest achievement of Business School. So let me skip many slides and then go straight here. Okay, what is this? Okay, this is our latest achievement that we received last week. Okay, best private university in Jakarta. Okay, can you see BINUS? Where is BINUS? On the top or at the bottom?
Please answer in the chat, guys.
Can you see
On
the
the top.
slide? On the top, okay, the first one is Binu. So this is our latest achievement, and usually we always win this kind of competition, okay. And I think everybody knows that Binus is ranked number 7 in Indonesia according to Key World, and our partner is University of Newcastle is number 197 in the world. Okay, Binus still number 800 in the world, and we got AHSB. Okay, why this AHSB? Okay, I will not explain every single sentence here, but look at the last paragraph. What is in the last paragraph? What do you read in the last paragraph? Why HSB is important? Okay, because there is a newspaper in UK, Financial Times. It has the list of 500 most valuable companies in the world, and they found out that 97% of CEOs with business degree background attended an HSB accredited school. That is the important thing about HSB. And when we pick a partner, in this case is University of Newcastle, we pick the partner carefully. And now at this moment, Binus has 2 main program in business, which is business management and marketing, and also international business. By working together with University of Newcastle, we can add more strength in our program with innovation and entrepreneurship. We believe that this skill in innovation and entrepreneurship will help us grow faster in the program and also help our students learn more skill which are more valuable when they work in the real world. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next step is Pak Gatot, I believe. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
Pak
sir.
Kamil. Yeah, but I believe it should be returned to the Master of Ceremony first. Happy?
Yes, sir. Sorry, I think Caroline got disconnected. I'm not sure. But next up, we have a speech from the Dean and Faculty of Economics and Communication, Mr. Gatot Supriyanto. Afternoon, sir.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Gatot Supriyanto. The honorable speakers and guests, Professor Tony Travaglione, Pro Vice Chancellor from University of Newcastle, Mr. Marcus Teo, in-country representative in the Global Office, and also Associate Professor Michael Seymour, Deputy Head of School Teaching and Learning, Newcastle Business School, and also other guests that I cannot mention one by one. In these very wonderful opportunities, as part of our introduction program for the first year student in Binus, please allow me to also a little bit reminisce my experience during my study in Australia as a little bit of introduction. Having spent 6 years in Australia during my master and doctoral degree taught me a lot about my learning journey in the Down Under. I remember how daunted it was for me, especially in the class, because the lecturer accent, especially the Australian accent, was very difficult for me to understand. It's tough for me to have a class in which the two-way discussions were very important. It's not only listening to the lecturer, how difficult for me about the burden of expectation and very rigid academic discipline. And of course, the cultural differences between Indonesia and Australia. I still vividly remember on how in Australia, we usually call the lecturer, the professor by name. So my friends just directly call the lecturer, "Hi, Michael," or "Hi, Dean," "Hi, Vic," "Hi, Trong." So without mentioning Mr., without calling Sir or Pa, as we usually have in Indonesia. So it was so funny in terms of the experience. What I like the most is that those kind of experience, those kind of memory now sounds a little bit different. In a way, me as an academic leader, um, being so proud that BINUS and University of Newcastle being able to bring this wonderful collaboration, the 2-degree collaboration between BINUS as one of highly regarded private university in Indonesia and also University of Newcastle as one of the top universities in Australia. Just a little bit of background. So why we have Pak Samir and also me to give an introduction speech, because the Faculty of Economics and Communication is a separate school, a separate faculty, not under BINUS Business School. BINUS Business School are all about business program from undergraduate up to doctoral degree, whereby Faculty of Economics and Communication is where accounting and finance discipline are placed. So in terms of collaboration with Newcastle, we have our specific finance program under my faculty. As part of the opening speech, I just want to highlight 3 important things for the students who join these sessions, which later on will get more knowledge about how this lovely program will be conducted. Number 1, today, the information session is very important for you because you will start to plan your journey. You will start to carefully craft it your way to success here with the 2-degree program in BINUS and also Newcastle. Ask a lot of questions so you know what will the future path for you. And the second one, these 2-degree program are very great for you because you will be provided by any or a lot of facilities, not only by BINUS but also from Newcastle. You will have a great access to the library, to their learning management system. So you will be in a very unique position. So use it, utilize it, maximize it. You also have a very unique advantage because you are going to learn a lot about Australia environment. In the context of finance, for example, you will learn not only stock exchange in Indonesia, but also in Australia. Those financial institutions in Australia, Westpac Bank, Commonwealth Bank, you will learn about APRA, you will learn about Reserve Bank of Australia. So you will be in a very unique position to learn a lot about Australia and bring those advantages later on when you graduate from this 2-degree program. Last but not least, we here as the administrator, as the lecturer and the support system in the Senayan campus are always here for you. So if you have any issues, please let us know. We believe you guys as a mature student will be able to act independently in making the decision. So again, we are always here for you, to help you, to nurture you, to be a successful leader in the global world. Thank you very much. All the best for your study, and hopefully we'll learn a lot during this wonderful session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Next, we have a speech from the Pro Vice Chancellor of the University of Newcastle, Australia, Professor Tony Travaglione.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's really, first of all, thank you to my colleagues at BINUS. Particularly, we've just heard obviously from the Dean of the Business School and also the Dean of the Faculty of Economics and Communication. So welcome you all to this session. My name's Tony Travaglione. I'm the Pro Vice Chancellor of Business and Law. I've been as part of this relationship from BINUS from day one when we sat around the room and said, how wonderful will it be to collaborate together on this double degree. So just a little bit about the University of Newcastle. We were founded in 1956, which is still a relatively young by university standards. But we've really done very well over that period of time. So we're now ranked in the top 200 in the world as per the QS rankings. As the Dean previously referred to, we have AACSB accreditation. That's really, really important. I was very impressed with the slide referring to exactly the significance of that. That point in particular where, you know, in the top 500 companies in the world, 97% of business graduates have AACSB accredited degrees, 97%. And yet there's only 5% of business schools in the world have AACSB accreditation. So, you know, do the numbers on that. There's a very, very good chance that, you know, you'll end up with a very good job. And that really comes back to two wonderful institutions, both having AACSB accreditation. As a business school, we sit in the top 150 in the world for economics, business administration and tourism, which we're a top 150 business school in the world. A lot of people think about that, they go, oh, what's 150? Well, when you think of the fact that there's over 10,000 business schools, then certainly, you know, that puts you in the top 1 or 2% of business schools in the world. So that gives you a bit of a sense of who we are. Certainly, we've built our reputation over 50 years or so in terms of attracting students from diverse backgrounds from 120 countries in the world. And our university is committed to delivering education and conducting research that will really makes a difference to both the nation and globally. So we've got strong research partnerships. A few of our lecturers, both in business and law, in the Faculty of Business and Law, are very well connected into Indonesia and do some fantastic work there. So this double degree, it's a really innovative program. The fact that, you know, you can stay in Indonesia to complete your double degree, you don't need to leave the country. But if you do want to leave to do the Newcastle component, then certainly you can. You can go and study in Singapore. You can come to Australia. So you've got some options around that as such. So you know, the strength of BINUS is its graduates have a high rate of employment within a very, very short time of graduating. And equally, the University of Newcastle, our business and law faculty, has a similar standing in terms of what we call employability. So really what we're combining today is the expertise of the University of Newcastle, BINUS University, and Goal Business Education. You're going to hear from Goal shortly, and in this 2-degree program. So look, that's where I'm going to sort of opt out, but look, have a great time on the program. I've been, you know, scanning through and having a look at the students, and you all look very exciting. So I look forward to meeting you personally, you know, when all these borders open up, etc. But in the meantime, let me pass you over to Marcus Teo, who's the Regional Manager for Southeast Asia, and he'll give a presentation on the university in far more detail than I've just given. And following that, there's Michael Seamer, who's the Deputy Head of the Newcastle Business School. And Michael's probably going to be handling all of your academic type of questions, and Marcus Teo will sort of handle the more broader questions. So thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tony. Next, we'll have, like he previously said, Mr. Marcus.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can hear me okay. Thanks so much. Thank you, MC. And I would like to especially thank Yaya, who arranged this meeting as well. If Yaya, you are in the room, shout out to you.
Yes.
So yeah, Thank you for arranging this. It's really overwhelming to see about 127 participants having in these sessions. Before this, all the session is like less than 50 per people. So this is like kind of like a big party for me. So a little bit introduction about myself. My name is Marcus. I am based in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. As you can see, I am also, like all of you, are also home-based at the moment because of the travel restriction that's happening in our country. I'm hope that, you know, things would be better soon, and I can't wait to go back to go to my travel schedules. And actually, I've been to your Venus campus in FX. It was a really beautiful campus. I was really impressed. Okay, so you can see my presentation slides there. Yeah, so you can see that my role is the Senior Regional Officer, which means that I am responsible to recruit students from Southeast Asia to study in Australia. So whereby Venus collaboration is if you would like to transfer maybe during your third year or your final year to Australia, I am the guy that you will need to speak to know a little bit more information about this arrangement. All right. Actually, do you mind if I control to share my screen so that I can control the screen myself? If I am allowed to do so.
I think David.
Yeah, I think I can do that from here. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think you can request control, right?
Yeah, I can. I think it's my screen now, isn't it?
Yes, it should be.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Cool. That's fine. So this is a very nice picture in Newcastle. It's like one of the tourist must-go spots. I'm pretty sure all of you guys that based in Newcastle is not a stranger to this place. It's called the NZ Walk. All the freshmen, they go here for pictures, and it's like one of the Instagrammable pictures in Newcastle. So all of you have a chance to go here if you choose to, you know, transfer your last year or your third year to Newcastle. So if you have, I'm pretty sure you heard of Newcastle, but a lot of people, maybe you are not familiar with where is the exact location in Newcastle. So this is the whole map of Australia. It's a really big piece of land. And when you look at this blue piece here, is the states of New South Wales. So we are we are a city in New South Wales itself. Indeed, we are the second largest city in New South Wales. So you have the first largest city in New South Wales, which is Sydney. And Newcastle is just approximately 2.5 hours away by driving if you are coming from Sydney to Newcastle. We do also have a train service that service from Newcastle to Sydney and from Sydney to Newcastle. In between, there is this a little central coast, which is also in between of Newcastle and Sydney. So that you have it in terms of the map. So Newcastle actually has a lot of domestic flights that serve from Newcastle to Brisbane, to Melbourne, Adelaide, Tasmania, Perth, and Darwin. So if we have, I know Indonesian, probably you have friends that study in elsewhere, probably in Adelaide or Melbourne. You can easily take a domestic flights and fly to Melbourne. Just cost you around 1 hour and 30 minutes to go to Melbourne. Okay. Right, so this is a overview look in the Newcastle city. So the whole city is actually just beside the beach, and we are I can say it's one of the most beautiful cities that I've been in Newcastle. It's very relaxing, it's very chill. Life there is really balanced, so it's really a work-life balance lifestyles. Apart from after your busy studies, you know, you're very stressed after your exams, you just want to go to have a run or have a jog or just have a coffee just next to the beach. Is really beautiful over here. So living in Newcastle, we are once listed as top 10 city in the world. And we also rank most livable city in New South Wales. You'll be surprised why Sydney is not the most livable city. Probably Sydney is very crowded. It's kind of like overpopulated in Sydney, but in Newcastle is sort of like just a nice ratio of about 500,000 of populations. And also we are constantly evolving as ranked by National Geographic. We are actually a smart city ourselves. We also have a new light rail with tram stop just outside our new space campus, which I will show you our new space campus in a bit. And also we are also using the latest technology for smart living in Newcastle itself. Of course, safety is really important, especially for our international students. We have our Newcastle Safe City Plan that we have planned for 3 years ahead. And we have also having a police ambassador program, which our university is, our city council is working very closely with the police force to make sure that it's safe in the city. Okay, climate-wise, you guys are from Indonesia. It's probably kind of warm and hot for the whole year. But we do have 4 different climates in Newcastle, which is the summer, autumn, winter, and spring. So our summertime usually is during your semester break, or we call it a long break, which is usually happens during the Christmas week. So in this time, you have 2 to 3 months of semester breaks. This time you can choose to whether stay in Newcastle, or you can travel within Australia, or you can choose to go back to your country. Usually this time is the hottest time. Last year, I think during December, it was quite hot because of the bushfire. If you remember what happened last December, I hope this year we don't have any bushfire anymore. So autumn, winter, and spring, you probably would get pretty nice and cozy weather. But winter, you should look out because it could go down to probably 4 or 5 degrees at night. So in terms of living, Newcastle is constantly ranked as one of the most affordable living city. So in here, I have 3 popular city for you to do your, just to give your reference. So you can see that the housing has cost the most percentage in terms of each city. Sydney would be 59% more than living in Newcastle. Melbourne would be 21% more compared to Newcastle, and Brisbane is slightly about 10% more. So the University of Newcastle at a glance. This is just to let you know that our international students, there is about 7,000 of us that currently studying in Newcastle. In total, we have about 37,000 of students. And in total, we have currently about 115 countries, all from our different countries. And currently we have 6 campuses. So if you're wondering how many international students that we currently have, we have about 20% of international students and 80% of domestic students. So when you come to Newcastle, during your 3rd or 4th year, you will be in Australian settings, rather than you come here and maybe all of them you see is international students. So in here is a good, you still have that Australian culture. Meanwhile, you also get to know, 20% of your fellow international classmates or uni mates, which is a good numbers. So this is just to show you the undergraduate student numbers has more domestics and 15% of internationals. And if you would like to further study your master or PhD, our domestic to international ratio is 65 to 35. So this is the business School of Business and Law. So this building is called New Space, which is located in the city center, the CBD of Newcastle. In fact, this is our tallest building in Newcastle. This is the one, right? So of course, you have been told our newest QS World Ranking, we are ranked 197th in the world. This is our highest ranking ever. Last year, we were at 204. That means that we have jumped 7 places in a year. And we are number 11 in Australia. Just for your reference, apart from our business schools, which is doing very well, we have also our other study areas, which is in other faculty. If you have friends that is interesting in other areas that is not currently offered in Venus, you can also refer them to Newcastle. You can tell them, Newcastle is a very beautiful place with affordable living, and we have a lot more other courses that we can offer to them. Of course, most importantly, you have been taught that our School of Business, Economics and Business Administration is top 150 in the world. And we have also good ranking in terms of top 50 in the world. You can see our nursing, automation and control, mining and sports sciences rank really, really high in the world ranking. So how many campuses we have? Just now I've shown you we have 6 campuses all together. Callaghan is our iconic bushland campus. As you can see, where it marks blue color here is our Callaghan campus. You can see there's a lot of greeneries in the campus. If you're lucky, maybe you can see some exotic animals in the campus. I'm not sure whether, maybe sometimes you can see kangaroos. I'm not too sure, but I haven't seen kangaroos before, but I've told that kangaroos might come and go sometimes because in Australia, there's too much kangaroos already. So this is the Callaghan campus. You see here whereby the shore is and the beach here. So this area would be the city area. So from Callaghan campus to go to the city will approximately takes you about 10 to 15 minutes away by driving. Good things about if you are our students, you can take our free shuttle bus service to go to the city for free. So the bus actually serves you from the campus, the Callaghan campus, to the city campus. Yeah, and the land is about 140 hectares, just so you know. This is another campus that we are currently constructing. It's just actually next to this new space campus. So I think if I'm not mistaken, by the year 2022 or 2021 end of the year, we will have this campus ready for both of these campuses. This is the STEM building that we are currently constructing as well. It is gonna build somewhere in this place. I think somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken. So currently they are building the structural work, and it would be ready in 3 to 4 years time. This is the STEM. So STEM building is mostly for the STEM program, for example, for these science and engineering facilities. So those students, they would be based in here in 2023. Right, Ourimbah campus is, remember that I showed you Central Coast just now, is located in between Newcastle and Sydney. This campus, there is also a business program offered in here. So you can also consider to study in this campus if you would like to stay somewhere nearby to Sydney. It's just an hour away for you to take the train from Ourimbah to Sydney. Yeah. Sydney campus is where most of our postgraduate studies is going to be located at. So our MBA, our professional accounting master program, most of the master program in business and law is being offered in this program. Mostly the master of, for example, your professional accountings, the MBAs are being offered in here. We do have our Newcastle program run in Singapore with our local partner in Singapore. It's called PSB. You can also inquire with our Singapore colleagues. If you're interested, you can also let me know if you are interested to transfer your credits to Singapore. So this is one of the my favorite topics. Also, a lot of students would like to ask about accommodation in our Newcastle campus. So we do provide approximately 778 beds all across in Kalahan. And it's going to be first come, first serve. Most of our living campus have a award-winning accommodations. Yes, we do win awards for accommodation. So in in Australia, the university is pretty competitive because we want to be as high ranking as possible. We do have a 24/7 security services. So because our library service, sometimes students they would study late, and we do have a security service whereby you can call a numbers and the security can escort you to go back to your accommodations, right? And beach is pretty convenient. It's just 20 minutes away by car. So we have 9 residents in total of 1,800 beds, and you will be living with students approximately from 56 countries. So this is some of the sample pictures that I can show you today. There will be more videos available in our website. So it's really easy to access to our website. It's www.newcastle.edu.au. You can just Google Newcastle, Australia, and it would be on the first page. So this is a living room of a 5 sharings, single beds. And you will have a large kitchen to share. You see a large fridge over here. So everything you see here is pretty much provided to you except for the apples. All right, so you have to buy your own apples and your own grocery shoppings. So things like the toast maker here, the knives, the coffee machines is pretty much prepared for you. And in Australia, the tap water is safe to drink. All right, so you don't have to buy bottled waters. Okay. This is the bathroom. So bear in mind, in our on-campus accommodation, we do have a cleaning service to all students who is living in our accommodation. So there will be 2 times of cleaning service each week. And this is the typical single bedroom. And everything is also provided. The beds, I think you probably need to buy some bed sheets for yourself just to change, but the chairs and the tables are pretty much prepared for you. So you just have to drag your luggage back and start your life in Newcastle. Sporting facilities is also a very popular topic. So we have a fully equipped gym. This is the 50-meter indoor pool, which is heated. And we have a squash courts, rock climbing, and also we have numerous of sporting clubs, which you can go to our website and look for several clubs. We have dancing clubs. If you like tennis, we do tennis clubs. All sort of clubs that you can join in our uni. So this is a range just for your reference on how much we are charging. So in accommodation in on-campus is roughly from 174 to 384 per week. Depends on whether you are sharing or whether you are living in a studio or you are living in a 1-bedroom accommodations. So you can see off-campus price comparison is from 100 to 250 a week. Okay, groceries depends on how much you eat, depends on what kind of food you eat. Entertainment, phone, transport. So in terms of to budget your per year expenses, this is the range that you are looking for how much you're going to spend per year. All right. So these are all the supports that we have for you in campus. So we do have the information hubs. We have security, which is really important. Career guidance and service. We do have student mentor, whereby we help students whenever they face problems in their academics, or you have issues that you can share with us. We do have any we have any counselors that are ready to help you. Legal advice, if you're caught in any legal issues, we do provide free legal advice as well. Disability supports, libraries, health and welfare advices, and we also have prayer facilities. So we do have a surau in surau if you are Muslim students, and for Christians, we do have a clubs whereby Christians can join as well. Okay. Yeah, clubs and society, as I mentioned, we have over 880 students run groups that students can be part of. You can also welcome to set up your own clubs if you have enough members. That you can just talk to our student engagement team and we can guide you through it. So Connect 88 is something that we are very proud of, that we can offer. So this program is only offered for international students, which is domestic Australian students. They cannot enjoy these facilities. So these facilities is opportunity for international students to engage with business and make meaningful connections. So this is a part of the internship programs for only international students can apply. So if you're interested in this, we have a Connect 88 teams whereby you can talk to them and look for any internship opportunities. iLead Plus program is also a leadership program which gain you professional placements and global experience opportunities. So for example, a good example that we have is some of our students, even though they are from internationals, they cannot speak Mandarin, but they get a chance to get a professional placement and global experience opportunity in China. Because if you know about our university, we have a very close relationship with Jack Ma. So sometimes our students to get global experience opportunities that they can visit to Hangzhou, to Alibaba. It's a really great opportunity that if you are studying with us. So our graduates have some of the highest starting salary in Australia, and many of them will start jobs within 4 months after they graduate. So for business and law program, it's 96% of employment within 4 months. So these are some of our numbers. Salary, which is very important, is for business graduates, you are starting from 61,000 661,000 per year. Yeah. I can skip this because you guys are business students. For you guys, because if you're coming to Newcastle, you are transfer students, so we'll be looking at your business CGPA. So this is very important as well. You would able to get a 3 to 4 years post-study work visa right after you graduate out in Newcastle. Yeah, maybe I'll like to talk more about this. This depends on where you study as well. So the 3 years post-study work visa, if you are studying at Newcastle. The 4 years is you have to study in Central Coast, then you would get a 4 years of post-working visa. Okay. Yeah, so I've written here 3 years for Newcastle, 4 years for Central Coast, and 2 years in Sydney. So feel free to connect with us. We are in all social media, Facebook, Instagram. We also have a WhatsApp that you can chat with us anytime. This is where the New Space campus is, the City Business and Law campus. And just right in front, there's a light rail that is stopped in front of the New Space campus.
We cannot hear the sound, Marcus.
Sorry?
We cannot hear the sound.
Oh, sorry. Let me. How about now? Can you hear now? Okay, so that would be all from my presentation for today. Thank you very much, you guys, for listening. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Marcus Teo, for the very detailed introduction about University of Newcastle. We are going to move on to the next presentation about achieving academic success at the University of Newcastle by the Associate Professor, Mr. Michael Seymour, Deputy Head of School Teaching and Learning at Newcastle Business School. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I might try and share my screen as well.
Yeah, we can already see it now.
Okay, so we can see the screen.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you. I would really again like to echo our Pro Vice Chancellor's welcome to all of the students and express our appreciation and excitement about this partnership that we've been working with the people at Goal and Nurture and Binnis University for some period of time now. I am the Deputy Head of the Newcastle Business School. So within our Faculty of Business and Law, we have two business schools, the Law School and the the Newcastle Business School, and I'm the Deputy Head of School responsible for teaching and learning. I've been asked today if I could actually just say a few words about some tips for successful study at the University of Newcastle, but of course what I'm going to talk about from my experience relates to all sorts of university studies. You will have seen again the information about how proud we are of our university and our rankings. We're also very aware that that BINUS is a very highly regarded university as well, and we're very excited about the partnership of bringing these two organisations together. We've also talked about the importance of the AACSB accreditation, but what that actually means from a teaching and learning perspective is that it's very difficult to achieve this accreditation. So what it means for our students, and also for you students that are coming in, is that you're really going to get some of the best teaching and learning experiences that are possible. Our teaching is often based on the research-led learning from our academics. Many of them are highly regarded internationally. Apart from AACSB, many of our disciplines are also have accreditation and affiliation. So, for example, our accounting students can get associate membership with the CPA Australia program, the Australian Human Resource Institute, Chartered Accountants, etc., the Australian Management Institute. So these are all very prestigious professional organisations that recognise that University of Newcastle degree for admittance. So what I was asked to do is if I could just briefly talk about success, academic success in studying at the University of Newcastle. And I thought the best way I could do that, I have been teaching at the University of Newcastle. I've been a lecturer here for 23 years. So I've seen a vast number of students. And it doesn't really matter whether those students are students in this year or 20 years ago, or whether they were international students, domestic students, old students, mature age students, younger students, male or female. What I have learned over these years is that the very successful students have a similar pattern of behaviour. And I thought that's what I really want to share with you, because this is not some magic pill or rocket science. It is just a common sense approach that I see is common through all of my high achieving students. So the first thing that these high achieving students will do, they will make sure that they will devote around 10 hours of study per week per course. So for example, our full-time students that are doing 4 courses a semester, they will treat it like a full-time job, and they will be applying 40 hours class time to assignments to preparation for the class. One of the key things, and this is the same for all students everywhere, they attend and actively participate in all classes and all of the learning opportunities, whether that be tutorial, workshops, etc. And actively participating is a critical point here. And I know it's encouraged in Australian universities, and I know that this was mentioned previously by the head of one of the heads of your schools, but it's encouraged. These are not just one-way streets where I stand at the front of a classroom and lecture to students. We have lively debate, and that's how people learn. They always have access to prescribed textbooks, and they complete the required readings before class. And when they come to class, they're prepared. And again, this is the biggest, this is probably, again, one of the main features I see of good students. They do the required readings before class. They attempt workshop questions that they potentially will be doing in that particular workshop. So when they are coming to class, they're prepared, they're already familiar with the content of that particular, the learning activities and the content for that particular topic and week, and they get so much more out of that class session, building on that foundation knowledge that they have achieved themselves. Importantly, they also ask questions and seek help when they are unsure. And universities are often in classes, some of the larger lectures have a lot of students involved there. It's critical. Your teachers are there to assist you in your learning, and it's important that at any time you feel comfortable to reach out and ask for that particular support. They tend to form relationships with other students in the classes and actively collaborate to help each other. This is another common theme where people are coming to class, getting involved, introducing themselves to other students, and they form their own little self-help groups where some of the students that are having difficulty with some particular concepts, other students help them out. And this is one of the greatest ways for learning, is to have this support from people that you are studying with. Critically, they have a study plan, and often many of these have a diary. And what they'll do at the beginning of each semester, they'll put in all of their assessment events. They will see where they're all going to, how they're going to find out, and they're going to have a plan, not leaving assessments to the last minute. And they will develop themselves a study routine that they will go through their routine, make sure that everything's well organised, well planned, and come the end of the semester with final exams, etc., have everything organised. They've worked progressively towards that goal throughout the semester and find it so much easier to do very well in those final exams and those final assessment items as well. It's important also that you make sure you've got a designated, comfortable, quiet area in which to do your studies. You don't get distracted. Turn your phone off before you go into class so you can focus on what's going on there. These good students also take every opportunity to improve their academic skills. So whenever there are courses available, and we have many of them online, and online resources that might be about improving your academic writing skills, or it might be a subject where there may be some statistics that may be involved and you want to improve or polish up your math skills, there are free courses that are run, short courses at the university, and help that's available there. And importantly, good students keep themselves healthy and happy, and they make time for other activities at the university, and particularly for hopefully in the future that we can welcome you physically to come to Australia and you can partake in the university life. I really look forward to those particular times. Okay, so that's just a few words of advice again from what I've seen about our high achieving students. And again, these students are not necessarily the brightest students that we have, but they are those students that have organisational skills, they have a good work ethic, and they want to achieve, and they are the students that we find coming to the top of our student awards events, etc. Okay, so thank you very much and a warm welcome. And hopefully in the not too distant future, I hope that I may be able to visit BBS and we can start getting some students travelling to here. So again, from the business school, welcome. Congratulations on your enrolment, and we'll look forward to working together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Michael Ziemer, for the presentation. Next up, we will have Mr. Stephen Healy, who is the founder and the managing director of Nurture Higher Education, to present about the introduction to goal and business education. So,
okay.
hello.
Great. Thank you very much. Can everyone hear me okay? Okay, no, that's great. Look, Abby, Caroline, great job on hosting us today. Awesome beginning. Loved the icebreaker because, you know, I think certainly myself, Madeline and Jan, who you'll meet in a minute, have learned a lot more about you guys. I can't wait to come back to Jakarta and have, what is it, Dalgona coffee? I love my coffee. But I was trying to do the icebreaker and I did about 6 of your 18 boxes. So I guess I'm kind of the wrong generation for you guys. But it's always really interesting hearing about what you're up to. I'm going to share my screen a little bit here today and really bring our briefing down to specifically what we'll be doing for you on the 2-degree program. Let me just make sure that we've got this working. Can you see my screen okay? Okay, perfect. So look, great to see everybody. So many of you, freshmen starting on the program, and obviously very somewhat strange times for us all where we continually have to, you know, work through technology rather than getting inside of a room and getting to know each other. But normally we'd approach the briefing session and the first session much more differently. And I think some of the students you've met there, we were actually fortunate just before lockdown to have run one session in March face-to-face where we're able to meet our students. And they're hoping we'll be able to do that at some point, maybe not this year, but certainly early into 2021. But, you know, what is certain at the moment is the world is uncertain, so things are changing all the time. But as we're introduced, my name's Stephen Healy. I'm the founder and managing director for Nurture Higher Education, who are the creators of what you will see more and more, the Goal Business Education brand. And Goal Business Education is very much a network brand where we're developing partnerships like we have here with BBS and University of Newcastle, Australia. We're planning to grow into 25 countries over the next 5 years. So you guys as students on this program will be part of a bigger network, not just part of the excellence that we've heard about BBS being #1 private university in Indonesia and UON in Australia being in the top 200 in the world and so on, but also bringing a third dimension. But what it really means to you is you get more under the program. And I'll introduce in a minute Madeline and Jan, who are the mentors that we have going alongside the program. But really the purpose of Goal is to add value to your higher education choices. We're delighted under our partnership to bring UON into a very unique offering. You heard from Marcus how awesome it would be if you were able to go to Australia and study at Newcastle. But for everybody, that's not always an achievable goal, particularly in an environment where we have a global pandemic where borders are closed. But what our program has done is enable all students to be able to access the world-class opportunities that a Newcastle and a BBS degree will offer. And part of that is through the Goal Network. And really, our aim is to give students more from their higher education quality. We hope the students coming through a Goal program will come out with a higher level of status than their other students, actually feel that they've got a higher return from their education. What does that actually mean? Well, we think our students will come out getting higher paid jobs, creating better businesses and becoming stronger entrepreneurs. But critically, as life changes, evolves and adapts, that actually they become part of a global community that can be flexible and supportive to their professional aspirations as you grow. So it's actually very important as you guys, students coming into the program, that you hang out with the seniors, the juniors, and the sophomore, building those connections and relationships. But what you'll see as we go into the semester, you'll also be networking and joining students we have on the programs in Thailand, soon to be in Vietnam and elsewhere around the world. So that even though you're studying in Jakarta, you're actually building a worldwide network of potential contacts, friends, and business relationships going forward. And that's very much what we want to do. So under the program, obviously we call it the 2-degree program, but we talk a lot about what we call the 1, 2, 3 proposition. 1 program of study in Jakarta, 2 university awards from BBS and Newcastle, Australia, but critically we think 3 global alumni networks for business development. And this, I think, is going to give you the most unique offering as you go through the program and subsequently graduate and go into the workplace or start your own businesses. We see ourselves as providing that ongoing support for you throughout the program, and one of the unique aspects of the program. So at this point, I just wanted to say, throughout the semester, you will have your normal timetable sessions, and Mick from UN's outlined really what you need to do academically to be successful. In addition to those classes and your normal course content, we'll be running mentor sessions at least once a month, maybe up to 2 times a month, for you to be able to access our mentor group. And it's at that point I wanted to introduce Madeline and Jan. Jordan, unfortunately, is not able to join us live today, but Madeline, I don't know if you're there, able to chip in and introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello everybody. Lovely to see you all. And I'm loving all of the branded purple backgrounds. They look great. So I'm the group academic director, and work with all students and all the delivery partners. So at the moment in Bangkok and also in Jakarta, work with the students both in terms of supporting them academically and managing some of the quality assurance to make sure that your degree is of the same standard that's needed both for the University of Newcastle and for BBS. But my other role really is to support you in developing yourself as a professional. So what our mentor sessions are there for is to help support you identify your career aspirations, your future learning goals, think about what kind of career you'd like to have, and support you over the whole educational journey, so the full 4 years, in increasing your networks, increasing the opportunities that you have for work experience, and supporting you to grow in confidence around academic and also professional development areas. So we've got lots of different ways that we do that. We do that through mentor sessions, which are at the moment online because we can't physically get to you, but hopefully in the future they will be face-to-face. And we also have something called a connected learning community, which is an online networking space. We'll talk a bit more about that in a minute. But I wonder if Jan is just there to say hello as well.
Hello, everyone. It's really good to see so many new faces. I'm Jan and the senior mentor in Bangkok. You will definitely meet me in some of the sessions, and I'm really excited to get to know you better. Just like Madeline said, these sessions, they're really about you and improving you as a person. And so we will also listen to you, and we will see where you need improvement and really dig into that. And yeah, I'm really excited to meet you a little bit better in the sessions, and that's it, I guess.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Madeline. I think the key part of the mentors, and Jordan's not here with us, but just to give you an idea is, it's interconnected world. I'm actually speaking to you from London. Madeline's based in Manchester in the UK. And Jan is German national, running his own digital marketing business based in Bangkok. Jordan is a digital marketeer and entrepreneur based in Sydney in Australia. So the whole idea is that you're getting a mentor network with different experiences that are not just about academic background, but actually from the experience of setting up companies, raising funding, working in big organizations. You can have that whole range of background. I didn't talk so much about myself, but my background's predominantly public, private sector. I worked in big organizations as director of education for the British Council in China and Thailand. And I've been running my own businesses and raising finance for those businesses over the last 15 years. So we've got a range of experiences and perspectives, and I guess critically for you guys, connections and networks that can help you realize your goal in addition to your academic aspirations. So just click on to talking about why we think that's so important under this 2-degree program. Before COVID, the world, the digitized, globalized world presented lots of opportunities, but also with it, uncertainties. These are just simply heightened by COVID-19 in terms of how people work, how they build those relationships. I talked earlier, but really our aim as we established the Goal Business Education Network was to give students access to better status of world-class higher education, but also better returns in terms of better jobs, but also critically communities and networks. Because in times of uncertainty, you need your friends and networks around you to be able to be agile, respond, and actually look for the next opportunity. And we think really that's actually what we're able to create with this program, which is more important than ever in the current times we live in. And just reiterating what some colleagues talked about, the program that you're enrolled in by default now, unless you choose to go study abroad somewhere else during your studies, is you will graduate with 2 degrees, one from BINUS and one from UN. The UN award is the highest world-ranked university award that you can study for in Indonesia, higher ranked as a university than some of the leading public universities in Indonesia. And with that, you know, just reminding you of the program that you're enrolled on is that you can study and live in Jakarta for the entire duration of the program. If you're not able to take advantage of the exchange or transfer opportunities to Newcastle, you're actually still able to go to the graduation event in Newcastle if you choose, because your award and your certificate from the University of Newcastle, Australia will be the same as the one you would study for in Australia. So it allows students to literally just go for graduation if that was what you wanted to choose. But likewise, there will be a UN graduation event in Jakarta if you're unable to travel at all. So we think this is a really awesome program that you're involved in. The study programs itself with the 3 majors that you're around international business, business management, marketing, and the finance options, along with the transfer options. It gives you agility, flexibility, and options going forward. We think as we go through the mentor sessions with you, we will bring all of those different elements around employer connections, connections with the business networks in Jakarta, not just those that BINUS has established very strongly as a leading Indonesian university, but also all of the Australian connections between Indonesia and Australia. A free trade agreement was signed between Australia and Indonesia earlier this year, and actually all of it pushes towards actually greater connectivity and business opportunity between Australia and Indonesia. This program will give you those opportunities regardless of whether you're able to transfer to Australia. And actually, in terms of notable alumni, it's interesting for you to note that, you know, not only are there famous Indonesian alumni, but also the Australian ambassador himself to Indonesia is a University of Newcastle graduate and alumni. I'm very, very excited about the program. So we think the status of the program is there, as well as all the business connections we make. Madeline talked a little bit about the mentor sessions we run. There will be a schedule and calendar of those sessions coming up as you begin the academic year, and that will involve specific sessions for you as freshmen as Benusian 24s, but also we will do opportunities to network and mix you with Benusian 22s and 23s as appropriate. But all of these mentor sessions about developing your skills, but also building your confidence and actually your connections and networks. I don't know, Madeline, whether you want to add any more on that at this stage.
I think really just to add that these will be shaped by you. So we will work, as Jan says, we'll listen to you and work with you as individuals and also as a group to find out what would be useful for us to deliver for you throughout the year. Some exciting things that will be launched in the next few months. We will be launching a student awards scheme. So you will be able to identify areas of your professional development and personal development that you would most like to work on, and then work towards different awards for that. So we will let you know more information about that in the coming weeks. But a lot of the sessions that we will run with you as individuals or as individual groups, but also there'll be opportunities to have some mentor sessions with students in Bangkok as well.
That's great. So those sessions will be run by Madeline, Jan and Jordan, but also we'll bring in guest speakers during those sessions. And I think, as Madeline says, there'll be more available on that. In the first session, we will be building and introducing to what we've mentioned a couple of times, this notion of the CLC. This is the Connected Learning Community. It's an online, web-based, but also mobile environment. You can download the app from the App Store or the Android store. And it's a way for you to keep connected with the group, but also to network with mentors, almost like a Facebook environment where you can find mentors that are both based on your program, but also outside of Indonesia, as well as potentially connecting with students in the other Goal Network partners. In the first mentor session during the semester, we'll go into more detail on this and all of the login requirements and so on. But as what Madeline has talked about today is one of the interesting things this year we're introducing is almost, I dare say, gamifying engagement with this, and we'll be giving away electronic badges, real awards to students in different areas and attributes as you develop and as you engage in different areas. So I think that will be a really exciting environment to talk to you more about as we get into the sessions with you during mentoring. So really that was as much as I wanted to say for now. 3 things for you to take away from us. Remember our faces, we're here to support you. Remember how awesome this program is that you're enrolled upon. So, you know, it's a really exciting period. And not only are you beginning the journey at BINUS, but you've got the UN aspect and the goal aspect. And we're really excited that you will increasingly find what a great program this is as we move into our first full academic year together with BINUS in this partnership. And I think the last thing is, please attend the first mentor session. They'll be announced inside of your timetable in the coming weeks. We're just finalizing timetable details with our colleagues, but really that's as much from us at this stage in terms of introducing to the program. I'm switching my screen off at that point. I don't know if there are any questions, or Madeline, Jan, whether you want to say any more.
From my point of view, I'm just looking forward to seeing you all in the first mentor sessions.
Yeah, I agree to that. And yeah, if you have any questions after the mentoring sessions, maybe something to add, you can also reach out to us directly and we are happy to help you. That is in addition to the normal mentoring sessions. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
So I'll hand back over to our hosts.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Stephen, Ms. Madeline, and Mr. Jan for the presentation about Global Business Education. So guys, now we have 15 minutes. Now is the time for a Q&A session. So please type your questions in the chat box. Caroline and I will be reading out your questions for our speakers to answer. So yeah, please type your questions. Any questions you have about University of Newcastle, about the double degree program in the chat box. Okay, there's no questions yet. Okay, Caroline?
So
Okay.
are there any requirements for this double degree program from US? Wait, from us or from you? Oh, from us.
Can I take that one?
Okay.
Okay, so in terms of the initial registration, the program is split into sort of 2 halves, and about halfway through the program there's a requirement to have passed all of the courses in the first half. What you need to know for now is that there is no immediate requirement for you to do anything differently. In order for you to be able to graduate with the 2 degrees, you need to have reached an English language level by the end of your 2nd year, and you need to have passed a number of critical courses by the end of your 2nd year. But right now, there's nothing extra that you need to do. And you will receive a handbook, a student handbook, within the next week or so, which will outline specifically exactly what you need to have achieved by the end of your 2nd year.
Yeah, our assumption is, unless you guys choose to not want to hang out with us and change your registration, but if you're staying in Jakarta, you will be on the 2 degree program. So, you know, one of the interesting questions I have is, we can talk a lot about the requirements over the coming weeks. And I think there is the International Week in the middle of October, where both Bernician 23s and 24s can actively opt in or opt out, or look at the other Exchange Plus options for students. But I think our option here is as a default to offer students, if you're not planning to leave Indonesia or Jakarta during the duration of your studies, that you will follow a program of study towards the 2 degrees. And as Madeline says, we would expect you to reach an English language level at the end of semester 4 to which the Language Centre at BINUS will be providing support for. And for students who need a test, who don't have an exemption on the English language requirements, we will actually provide the testing and the assessments for free, integrated in as required, which would be in normal times the Pearson Test of English Academic. But obviously the pandemic has affected some of those issues for this year. Can I ask a question back out and ask how many of the students here in the freshman group plan to go to Australia, or plan to go abroad, or plan to stay entirely in Indonesia for their studies? I don't know
You
if
guys can answer in the chat box.
Yeah. So it's a real mixture, but I think, you know, the beauty of this program is you've got time to make those decisions. But as I say, our approach is we want you all to engage with the 2-degree program until you tell us that you don't want to be part of that program.
Okay, we have another question from Fiona. Oh no, I lost it. Okay. If we choose to transfer to Australia or Singapore campuses, will we be able to enroll in classes that are not related to our major?
Madeline?
Want me to take that, or Mick? Would you like to answer that, Mick?
Yeah, I was about to jump in. Yeah, students, University of Newcastle students, depending on their degree and their major, there is a structure that needs to be followed for you to be awarded your particular degree, whether that's a Bachelor of Business, for example, with a major in a particular area. But within that, there is quite a degree of flexibility. So there are elective subjects that can be taken within our faculty, and there are elective subjects that can be taken without our faculty. So often we will have some of our business students that may decide they want to do a unit even in an area like music, or perhaps a foreign language or something of that nature. So that is very much designed as part of the normal way of study at the University of Newcastle, although it is important that you follow the program advice in relation to making sure that you tick all the boxes about your progression for the subjects you need to achieve your bachelor's degree and the particular major or even double majors that you're interested in.
All right, so the next question is from Fatur. What is the required minimum GPA in order to be able to continue to study in Newcastle?
Madeline, do you want me to talk? Do you want to talk about that from the
whole
perspective, or?
Yeah, in terms of if you're staying in Jakarta, then there is no minimum GPA that you need to have achieved in order to receive the University of Newcastle degree at the end of your 4 years, so long as you've passed according to passed all the courses according to your end transcript. In terms of transferring to Australia to go and study at Newcastle itself, there's no absolute fixed line on GPA requirement, but obviously we'll want to have a look at your overall progress on the course to make sure that you're going to be able to succeed in going there.
Okay.
Madeline, hello. Hi.
Abby.
I think
Yes.
Mr. Minja wants to add some.
Okay.
Abby,
Hi,
hi everyone. I'm so sorry, Steve and all colleagues from URN. I think my apology. I have to join with the other session, and I just finished the other session, and I jump in here. And then thank you very much for the session. I think there are a few things that I need to add from that question. I think that is similar, because I saw also some other question asking how many students will be in the double degree. I just want to add what Madeline already said. All these three programs we attach to URN with IB, BMM, and the finance program. Everyone have to be in the double degree. I repeat again, everyone have to be in the double degree. So the option is the double degree with our partners abroad, or you are staying with UON. So UON will be our main partners here. So if you choose to stay 4 years in Jakarta, it will be an auto of 4+0 with University of Newcastle. Again, what is the requirement to join the University of Newcastle? So at first, you have to pass all our Part A or what we call the Part A courses and all BINUS courses in the first two maximum and 2.5 years. And according to BINUS rule, you can graduate from BINUS with GPA 2.25. That applies the same rule for you when you are joining the UON. So actually, the rule is the same like our BINUS rule. So everyone will be in the double degree in BINUS or in other partners. So if you are having extra capability, I recommend also you can go to UON for a good experience, at least spend 1 semester there or 1 year there, or if you choose to stay with us, it's also fine. The great program of UON, you can feel it here, while all the faculty, all the facility, all the mentoring from UON and Go will be here in BINUS also. I think there is some additional from me. Steve and all UON, I think, hope that helped to answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think the idea of the program is to give you guys maximum flexibility, maximum opportunity, okay? Yes. So some of you have said, is there a quota for the double degree for 4+0? No, if you stay in the program, do the program here, as long as you have the right English language requirement and you graduate through your BINUS requirements, then you will get the 2 degrees. Obviously, if you can study abroad, that would be great, and we would encourage that. If you can go study abroad at UON, that would be awesome, because within your 8-semester program at BINUS, there is, you know, recognition of credit, go study abroad somewhere. The other aspect is you've got 3 basic choices. You do the entire program in Jakarta, you study abroad for a semester, which can be at UON or potentially at another BINUS partner, or you transfer and do 1 year or 2 years at UON or another partner. So as you go through your studies over the next, certainly the next first 4 semesters, you can make those final decisions. But as I said, you know, in the world we currently live in, I think, because I've got an 18-year-old son going to university in the UK this year, is you've got to give you guys as much flexibility and options to be able to respond. And I think the program gives you that.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have one more question, actually from Melissa from IB. She said, could you please elaborate more on the connection between CFA Institute and UON?
Yeah, I can take that. There are a large number of Australian professional bodies. So, for example, in accounting, the CPA or the Chartered Accountants, also the ACCA, other bodies in relation to management, the financial advisors, etc. So these are professional bodies where when you go out to practice in those particular fields, you will have registration with those particular bodies and be members of those bodies. Now, of course, you can't get access to those bodies unless you have recognised education. So each of those bodies, they will authorise, they will review the program at University of Newcastle and other universities. That's subject to a 5-year review. So each of our students that are graduating, providing that they are graduating in the appropriate major and have done the appropriate relevant subjects, will be eligible to join those particular professional bodies after graduating. Now, some of those have their own additional training that needs to be done. So, for example, there's a professional year that often has to happen once you're out in practice, working in organisations that are conducted by those particular organisations, but they're to get you registered to be a practitioner in those particular areas.
Okay, thank you, sir. Are there any other questions, guys? We have 2 more minutes.
Before we close the session. Here's your chance, guys.
We'll just see you at the first mentoring session, and that'll be cool.
No more questions?
I think that's all.
All right. Thank you so much for the speakers today.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a question.
Azu Mardi.
Okay. So there's a question from Azu Mardi. When is the deadline to decide whether to join the double degree program?
You're automatically on the double degree program, so you're already on it. If you want to select something else, then there is an opportunity to do so as part of the International Week events in October. But if you want to be part of the 4+0, you already are.
So just to be clear, the way we've designed the program for you attending in Jakarta is all of your classes and all your modules are aligned with Newcastle. So to do the 2 degree in Jakarta, you don't have to take extra classes. It's just going through your normal program of study. That's really important to remember. So it's not a case of, I want to do the double degree, so what additional classes I do. We've tried to make it as simple and as normal for everybody until they want to do something differently, which is mainly go abroad.
All right.
We have the last question, again from Raymond. For the 4+0 program, can we study abroad in Newcastle, and if so, how? I think this has been answered before.
Yeah, so just to reiterate again, there's opportunities to study abroad for a semester or for a full year, either at Newcastle as part of the study plan. So that's no problem, and that's something we can discuss with you individually if you're particularly keen for a particular semester. But there will also be opportunities to hopefully travel to Australia as part of an immersion project for a shorter period of time, so that all students have got an opportunity to visit Newcastle. Obviously, we need to make sure that the Australian borders are open in order to be able to do that. So everybody keep your fingers crossed.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Madeline.
We have the situation in Australia with COVID is particularly in Newcastle, very, very positive. We've had very few cases. In fact, we are back to face-to-face classes. So our students have come back for semester 2 in July, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that we continue to do well in Australia, that hopefully we can get the borders open.
I think that's all the time we have for today. It's already 4:41. Thank you so much to everyone for your time. Thank you for all the freshmen for your participation today. And thank you very much to all of the speakers from University of Newcastle. We really appreciate your time and educating us about the double degree program 4+0 from University of Newcastle. If you guys have any more questions, go to the BNUS website and search for University of Newcastle 4+0 double degree program, and you can find the contact people numbers at the bottom of the page. So that's about it. Thank you everyone for your time, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I'd like to also thank the 2 leaders that we had. You did a fantastic job trying to wrangle all the various people at various places. You did a fantastic job, so thank you very much for that.